What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. So I hope you're all safe and well out there, and of course enjoying Christmas with your families. So let's get straight into, of course, this video, which is going to be a double preview video. We're going to talk about the game against Man United coming up, and we're also going to talk about the game against Everton coming up as well, with them being so close together. Thought I'd put them both into one preview. So first of all, we'll talk about the game against Man United. Of course, that is the next game up, and of course that's going to be Monday 27th of December, 8 o'clock kickoff, live on Sky Sports, of course, with them picking up the game for the festive period. Of course, looking at it, Ralph Rangnick is going to be the Man United manager. He has been Man United manager, of course, since the start of December, and in the, of course, appointment of Rangnick as the manager, of course, the 63-year-old German coach has come in at Old Trafford, and of course, since him coming in, Man U are unbeaten in, of course, his first three league and cup games, of course, with them getting Premier League victories over, of course, none other than Crystal Palace, which was a 1-0 victory, and of course against Norwich as well, which was also a 1-0 victory. Of course, the Crystal Palace one at Old Trafford and the Norwich one down at Carrow Road as well. Of course, with the cup game being a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford against Young Boys in the Champions League. The referee, which is something that has been absolutely hanging over Newcastle like a shadow of late. It's absolutely beyond a joke, the referees that we've been getting and the decisions that they've been making as well. And the referee for this game is going to be Craig Pawson. Of course, he didn't make the greatest decision in the game against Man City just gone. He had the chance to say that it was a penalty for Ryan Fraser with Edison taking him down, and he didn't even bother to look at it. That is absolutely beyond a joke. Martin Atkinson as well, who was the official for that game, absolutely diabolical referee in the Premier League. It's by far the worst referees in the world right now. They're absolutely pathetic refereeing, and it's got to be changed. Of course, I've talked about it before on previous videos. There is definitely an agenda against Newcastle, but that of course is for another video, which of course will probably be made in due course. But we'll go into this game against Man United. We're going to it, of course, on the back of a 4-0 loss against Manchester City. But yes, we might have lost 4-0 to Man City, but we're putting in a really good performance against Man City, against probably one of the best teams in the world right now. Definitely one of the best teams in the Premier League right now. So in my eyes, I see that as a massive positive to take, from that game. Yes, we might have lost, like I say, but at the end of the day, we'll come away from that game, with a really good balance of performance in that game against Manchester City. If the referee had been a bit more fair, hadn't been as one-sided as he was, we would have possibly came away from that game with maybe a point, but we wouldn't, you'd never know unless the referee officiates the game fair, which is what I said, in my review for that game. You can go check that out if you haven't already, which I'm sure you probably have by now, but if you haven't already, do go check it out. It is a good review, and I do talk about the referees a bit more in that review as well. But we'll go into this game against Man United. Hopefully, we can pick up something in this game, which I do believe, we do have the ability to go into that game against Man U. It's at home as well, so we do have that home field advantage in our favour. We've already beaten Man United here in the past, most notably, of course, that one way back in 96-97, the away 5-0. Absolutely amazing performance against Man United. Of course, Peacock scoring a goal, Ginola scoring a goal, Ferdinand, Shearer, and who can forget Philip Albert's absolutely sensational chip over the top of Peter Schmeichel to round it off to make it 5-0 against Man United. And of course, You know, there's been so many great performances over the years. Most recently, of course, last season we lost 4-1 by, of course, Man United, and there was an own goal scored by, of course, Luke Shaw in the game. But before that season, the season before that, of course, we won 1-0 with Matty Longstaff scoring on his debut for Newcastle as well. So that is an amazing thing. But, you know, in the past 4 meetings at St James's Park, we've lost 2 and won 2. So, you know, it's a rubber match for me. This is the decider. You know, if we can win this game against Man United, then, you know, it'll really push we up and give we them extra points, you know, that we need. And then who knows, we might be able to pick up a win or a draw against Everton, which that leads what on to the game against Everton and to talk about that game as well, where of course we play against Everton down at Goodison Park. That's of course on the 30th of December on the Thursday, and of course it's a 7:30 kickoff, and that will be live on Amazon Prime for that one. And of course we have our first reunion with, of course, Rafa Benitez, and of course hopefully we can come away from that game with something. Isaac Hayden will be back available for that game, as he's going to be serving a 1-match ban in the game against Man United. And of course, you know, the referee for that one will be Graham Scott. It's his second NUFC posting of the season for the Oxfordshire official, and of course following on from a 2-1 defeat away at Wolves. Craig Pawson as well, which I did forget to mention, of course, was the referee for the previous meeting against Man United, where of course we lost that game 4-1. So of course he is going to be officiating the game again this season, where he officiated of course last season. We do have a good record against Everton, with of course drawn 2 and winning 1 in the past 3 meetings down at Goodison Park, so you know that does play in our favour. But before that, of course, we lost in the 17-18 campaign, the 15-16 campaign, the 14-15 campaign, and of course the 13-14 campaign as well. Were all losses to Everton. But you know, in recent seasons, like I say, the 18-19, 19/20, and of course 20/21 campaigns, we've had some good results with, of course, the first 2 being draws, and of course the latter being a 2-0 win with Callum Wilson scoring the goals. Hopefully, you know, we can go into both games, come out of them with all 3 points. If not, then, you know, hopefully we can come out of one of them with 3 points and get a draw in the other. But I do have some pretty high hopes, you know, that we can do well in these 2 games. And of course the Everton game will be the last game of this year as well, with we're then returning back to Premier League action, of course against none other than Southampton on the 2nd of January, which will of course be down at St Mary's at 2 p.m. And I do believe that one will probably be picked up maybe for television coverage. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But you know, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below about the 2 games, of course the game against Man United and the game against Everton. Hopefully, you know, we can pick up something in the games against both them teams. And I just want to do a quick shout out to everybody that has supported the channel this year and over the years. Of course, next year, like I say, will be 5 years on the platform. So it will be the 5th anniversary of the channel. Hopefully, you know, we can hit that 1k subscriber milestone before then. So of course we can celebrate that next year on the channel. And I do want to say as well, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you all have a brilliant Christmas. And of course, I'll see you all for the match reviews, of course, of the Man United game and of course the game against Everton as well. And then I'll see you all in the new year for a preview of the game against Southampton. Till next time, I'll see you all later. However, lads, and Merry Christmas.